Hey, everyone. It is the Let's Get Loud podcast with Jay and A. Hello, Alicia.
You just pressed go, didn't you? She didn't mess around, guys. She was like, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this. No, fuck
It's,
around.
we don't mess around when people are like, oh, do you have a producer? Do you have a little jingle at the beginning? Do you have a, and it's like, absolutely not. We do it on free Zoom.
Speaking of the little jingle, so I've been listening to Call Her Daddy like religiously. I do enjoy like her Wednesday thing. I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. So I feel like I went back, but I didn't go way back. However, on this weekend, I went way back and listened to like apparently there's one where she explains how to give a blowjob, and that was like where she like went almost like viral with that one. So or like a lot of people know her for that. So I was like, oh, I need to go listen to that episode. But I just started it and then I got sidetracked and but that was like her old shit.
Yes. Yeah. You know
Pre
that she like had a
Max.
partner, like she had a podcast
I
partner
didn't
who
know
never,
that. I learned that this weekend as well.
oh, it's juicy.
Mhm.
She's actually has a documentary coming out. I
Well,
saw.
so that was her. She put an episode out yesterday because I
Okay.
was like, oh, I wonder if I finished Camila Cabello. So I just pressed, I can't hold my phone anymore. So I'm just like on my screen trying to fucking find things. So I was like, oh, so I pressed Call Her Daddy and then it started playing. It was a 7-minute one. And it was just, she was saying that she was not gonna bring out a podcast this week because her documentary was coming out. So it's like,
I'm
call her
excited
Alex.
to I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, same. Although I don't have that platform.
What
Hulu,
platform is it?
Hulu,
Hmm. I mean,
Hulu. Yeah,
there's a solution to that.
yeah, you get the platform.
You do.
So many, so many.
Do you know my credit card got compromised?
Ooh.
And as annoying as it is, and like my our whole life is on my credit card. Do you know what I mean? Like everything. So, but the one good thing is it's been making me like look at subscriptions because it's like,
Oh,
oh,
right.
do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this one didn't go through. And I'm like, do I really need that?
Yep.
And like, I needed to tweak this and tweak that. So I'm
Cleaning
like,
it
see,
up. Give us
there,
a few examples of things you like let go.
like my 75 streaming platforms,
Oh, okay.
like literally 75.
Yeah.
Alfie has one for sports. Like there's just too many.
So many, yeah.
Like several for sports. It's like, and they're smart, right? Because it's like 8.99 to like 13.99 a month, so it's not a lot. And
Not a
so it's
lot.
like not really like worth canceling, but then you're like, ah, that's been a couple years now. I've been paying that.
Yeah, haven't been on Hulu.
Jeff probably wouldn't allow that to happen at his home.
What? Subscriptions
Uh,
that
Subscriptions that people are not using. He's definitely on it.
I think he's on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because last time, so I forgot to cancel a subscription to DoorDash.
You need a subscription to DoorDash?
Yes, because I went to Toronto. When I went to Toronto for Taylor Swift, we got McDonald's and I got the subscription and I was going to cancel. And so they made it right hard because I remember, I'm like, I canceled that. I remember. So I go on and I had canceled something else. It wasn't like the subscription. They make it like press here, press this. Are you sure? No, yes,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Let me give you a deal. Let me give you a sales. I
Oh
shut
yeah.
up. Like, no, cancel. Arrête de tanner. Oh ben. Anyways, it was 15.99 or something. And it had been
You
like
did.
multiple months. He's like, pretty sure we're not using DoorDash.
Speaking of Jeff and being in trouble,
Yeah. Hmm.
I want to I want to tell you, I've been meaning to tell you this, that I have never driven more safely in my life in
Yeah.
the last week.
I feel same, same. Yesterday going to Halifax, I like literally like I saw all the deer. I was like, oh, there's a deer coming. Noah, get ready. It's coming. My mom's like, where? I'm like, oh, it's there. I see it. I see it. It's coming. I saw it. And there it was. We saw it like three. I was like, oof, I am just on it today. I am just, but listen, yeah, it's been something. So here's the story, you guys. I got pulled over on Thursday. And I had seen it's like the unmarked car. So this is the highway patrol, which I have only, you learn. Apparently, highway patrol, straight to jail, like straight to jail with highway patrol. They are not messing around. So if you get,
So it's an RCMP officer?
I don't, I don't know. I'm gonna go with I don't know. However, an RCMP officer told me, oh, you got pulled over by highway patrol. Yeah, no. So I was like, okay. And then because she couldn't like see because I showed her my ticket and she's like, I don't recognize this name. And so when she looked him up, she's like, oh, highway patrol. Yeah, no warnings there. No warnings.
Maybe
That's why
that's like specifically that's like all they do or
they
something.
do, yeah, they highway patrol, but he's on Main Street in Shediac.
Oh, it was Main Street Shediac.
Main Street Shediac, yeah.
Oh, I
And then my
kept
mom, who like cares more, like I'm really not. I don't know. Like I feel like I really don't care what people think. Like I can be pulled over. I have zero thought of what people think. I'm thinking, what the fuck will Jeff think?
yes.
Yeah, important people, what they're gonna think. Strangers, I don't care. I even got out of the car because I couldn't reach. It's just a massive truck. I just like couldn't even reach for the papier. I was like, can I get out of my car so I can like walk around? So I'm outside my car. I'm also checking out the damage I did on his car while pulling over. And I'm just like, wow, that was an expensive 3 seconds in my life for sure. So I'm not in trouble anymore. It's just he just needs time. Know what I
Yeah.
mean? He needs time,
Time.
whatever.
Time.
And you know what? Like I didn't say this, but like it will be said at one point. I always let time pass until we have like another conversation about what happened.
Right.
And so and you like always have to like pick your right moments,
Yes.
often like after sex or like after like, during date night. Like it needs to be like a like we're all in good mood. Everyone's in a good mood.
Okay, so back up. So you're driving on Main
Oh,
Street
right.
Shediac.
So I'm driving on Main Street, Shediac, and I am doing nothing. I am not speeding, but I am holding my phone. I am not on my phone. I am literally holding it like a sandwich. Like I have one hand here, and I'm like, shoot, okay, like this, like just like a cool stir. You know what I mean? Millennial. And he pulls me over, and I really think he's just gonna like pass me. Like he turns his light on. I didn't see him behind me. And then yeah, pulls me over and he's like, you were holding your phone. And I'm like, yep. Like he didn't say you were on your phone. It's like you're holding your phone. I'm like, yes, yes, I was holding my phone. He's like, that's illegal in New Brunswick. And I was like, okay. So like I was like, yeah, it's illegal. And I got caught holding my phone. So all is good. He's like, I gave you the minimum fine of $340. I'm like, that doesn't sound minimum to me, but sure. I'm thinking in my mind when he's like doing his thing, I'm like 150, 200, like, because I know I've heard people be like, I got, the fine of whatever. But that wasn't the shocking part. This is the shocking part, you guys. Are you ready? 5 points on my license. Half my points are gone for holding my phone. So listen, maybe you're listening to this and you're like, bah oui, Josée. Like, of course, you can't hold your phone, blah, blah, blah. I just know for sure that there is one other human listening to this that did not know they can't hold their phone. You think you have to be on your phone. You think that you have to be like texting, your eyes are down. Nope, just holding it. I lost 5 points. Also, let me remind you, we have 10, which means if I were to ever get caught holding my phone again, I lose my license. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
What is the points for like speeding? Like because you're a speeder.
Three.
Okay.
Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speeding for me, easy fix.
Okay.
Like easy fix. You want me to not
Yeah.
speed? I got this.
Okay.
I cannot speed.
You're gonna still speed,
This
but
is
just
like,
speed within the rule, like the unwritten rule of speeding.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But like this is like more like, oh, like it's so ingrained. Like you do it without noticing. Speeding, when I speed, I'm not like, what? I'm speeding. Like very aware I am speeding right now. Like I am choosing to speed. I'm taking my chances. You know what I mean? Whereas my phone, comme c'est tellement inné, comme it's so like ingrained in my habits. So like even this morning was the first time I was like, I wanted to text if the kids slept over at my mom's. I wanted to text my mom to see how Noah slept. And because I had it in between my legs, it was just natural for a second. I was like, oh my God, like I threw it. I'm like, oh, bah. So then I pressed the Siri button. How is this?
Yeah.
So you have to, so you can press things. You can be on the screen. If the screen, I read the rules, you guys. Now I know the rules. And they just doubled that. That was before it was 172, $172, 3 points. Cause like I reached out to my RCMP friend and she's like, oh, she's like, why is it $340? Like, it's not that. So she Google tells you New Brunswick law. of distraction driving is 172, 3 points. It's not updated because the website is 345 effing points. 5 points. Listen,
Serious.
$340, I will give you $340. 5 points. Oh, slap in the face, slap in the face. So I'm just telling you, it is a serious offense. And just take my scenario and like
Experience.
pretend it's you. Like
Yeah.
pretend it's you. You only have 5 points. Like you
Yeah.
would not touch your phone. Like
No.
I do not touch my phone. It's serious.
I find it's for me, it's at red lights. It's like when I'm stopped, I'm like,
Yeah.
do you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
I'm literally like holding, I'm just going my narrative, like going through detox at stop signs though. Oh my God. Anyway,
uh,
so yesterday, what a lesson. So yesterday, this car, like it's like you could tell it was like an expensive fancy car. And he passed me on the highway, but we hit a construction zone. So we're all going 80, we're all following whatever. And Noah's like, I'd like to see he had like tinted windows, like kind of like a weird color. Like, sir, if you're listening, do not do this to your fancy car. Like that was very ugly.
he's
Anyway,
definitely our target audience
yeah,
for the
yeah,
podcast.
exactly. Yeah, that he's listening right now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so Noah's like, "Oh, I want to see." I'm like, "Oh, did you see his windows, Noah?" Or whatever. And then Noah's like, "No, I didn't see. Hopefully, I'll get to see after." I'm like, "Oh, just by looking at the car, I can tell that once we're out of the construction zone, he's going for it. You know what I mean? Like he had like obviously like a lot of engines and just like we're on the highway. Anyways, as I expected, he decolled. Okay, so I'm on my friggin' just 9 over. That's all I do. I don't even do 10 over now. I do 9 over the speed limit. Okay. So I'm just like on my thing, like j'ai resté là. I did not press anything. My mom's like, "Ooh, someone got pulled over." Red car got pulled over. He was at least going 40 over for sure because I was going 10 over and he just like I couldn't even see him. So he like definitely pressed on it and it was highway patrol. I'm like, "Oh."
Did you have like highway
Yes.
patrol PTSD? Your
I
heart,
had
did your
all
heart?
the PTSD. The other day there was an ambulance behind me, les shakes to us. Oh my God. Guys, this is 3 years of my life. We're gonna do a she's got her points back party.
So are you sure that you only get them back in 3 years? Like you don't
So
gradually get
no
them
one
back?
is sure, not even the RCMP. So this is not RCMP. That's why he didn't even tell me about the points. And she's like, "No, we do not tell the points. That's the province." So the province, like that's the province that takes away the points from my life and not
Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah, not like RCMP, whatever. So I come, no, he didn't tell me. I'm like, well, that is the worst part of my fine. Like that, you know what I mean? The worst part of the whole experience is I curbed Jeff's wheel on the curb while getting pulled over. Guys, it wasn't a good moment for me. So anyway, so I'm like, oh my God, like it was just so bad. Like, anyways. And yeah, I don't know. She doesn't know. I asked her. She said, I think like maybe after a year you get one. After another year, you know what I mean? We don't know, but I don't even want you to Google. You would have to go right on JNB. Know what I mean?
I'm like looking, I mean, I don't Google anymore. I
I
just go
like
straight to
don't
chat
believe.
GPT.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But I'm the same. Like when I'm looking for stuff like that's like, let's say it's like immigration rules, or like when I'm traveling, I'm like, I'm only looking at like the government of Canada's
yeah.
website. Like,
Don't like ask the internet.
no,
No. So yeah. So I think there's like steps to it. I hope it's not like five all in one. Like in 3 years, I hope I slowly get more. But yeah, no. Listen. Okay, I'll be very honest. I am too much on my phone and I have been so honest about that and it's like and I've been wanting to fix it like it's just and so you know what? I felt like the universe gave me so many chances to not hurt anyone else, to not hurt myself. I have hit curbs, I have broken my car. Like I have done so many things, so many slaps in the face. And it was like we're going to take points away. We're going to
that
take
was it.
and while we're doing this, you're gonna curb Jeff's thing. You never forget this this.
So did you just like pull over so close that like his like wheels went,
Yeah, like so his car's I feel like his car's wider than mine. I just like I'm not used to it. So it's like, and it was my first time getting pulled over. I'm like, am I pulled over enough?
yeah,
You're just like, you know what I mean? So it went a little bit too much and then it went pack. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So then I really feel like we listen. I know right away. I don't even need the future to tell me why I got pulled over and lost 5 points. Like I already know. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. This is but then I'm like, why was I driving Jeff's car? Like, why did it need to be that day? And why did I need like, you know what I mean? And then my car has tinted windows that are not probably legal. I'm not sure. But like I have tinted windows. They came from the factory that way. We didn't even get it that way. So like he could have been a dick about that. Then my inspection ticket was May 2025. Contacted Jeff. I'm like, do I lose points for this? So if so, I'm not driving this car. He's like, no, you don't lose points. But he's like, he was upset that our dealer didn't do it when the car was there. Like it's kind of their thing to do. So anyway, so I'm like, oh, but now I'm looking at everything. I'm like, it's my, I said, my sticker is expired. He's like, ben là, I didn't get a thing in the mail. I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking at within my eyes and it says May 2025. Like I am not, oh my gosh, you bested me now. Now I want to read everything. Am I allowed to drink a coffee? Like, here's the thing that was the hardest part. I didn't know that was not aware. Like, I wasn't aware that that was an offense of that kind. So I know I can't be texting. I know I can't be talking, but holding it for me, I'm like, I didn't know that part. And that's maybe me naive, whatever, but it is what it is. That is the truth. And so I'm like, what else do I not know? And I lose 5 pounds, 5 pounds, like 5 points. What, like, what else is there?
I'm
So
assuming
at
they
my
make
RC,
that rule because people will be like, I wasn't on it, I was just holding it. Do you know what I mean? Like
right?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming that they're obviously leaning in like really hard to
really
this.
hard. Yeah, yeah, they really did. So I'm like, okay, like full, yes, yes, we and then je rencontre un policier, and he was 100% on his phone. Okay, head down, smiling, smiling, head down, no hands on the wheel. I was like c'est too much. Like we're all the same, là. You know what I mean? Là? Comme ça c'était RCMP, il m'aurait donné une chance. My RCMP friend was like, you probably would have had a warning if it wasn't highway patrol. I was like,
Ah,
highway patrol is like next level. I was like,
okay.
bah. So it's like that gray vehicle, and you kind of see it says police on it, but it's like kind of like only in the glare do you see the word police.
It's almost like it used to be a police car and then they took the shit off. Is that what
Well,
you
it's
mean?
gray. I don't know, not maybe, but not like the stickers that way. It's made for it to be that way. Look, I know what you're saying. Look, you know when they
Yeah.
the old school unmarked cars. Look.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Unmarked cars are still marked.
yeah,
I'm like, how's our budget? Like, is this all we got in New
yeah.
Brunswick? Like,
Anyways, and also like, okay, I know we're going deep in this, but like I felt like he could have been nicer. Like as like, you know what I mean? Like I know you need to have like a front, okay? Like you're a police officer and it's serious what you do. But it's serious what you do because you deal with criminals, not me with my teeth. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, hello, bonjour. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's where's this like human,
was
you know,
he?
like if you get caught again, you lose your license. Like he didn't even say that. He's like, get off your phone, bonjour.
He also though wouldn't know how many points you had.
He
Do you know
yes.
what I mean? Like,
Oh, I had it all. Well, he would know now because he just took 7 million hours in his car looking at everything that I have,
but maybe he like just looks up like your record and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, who
which is
knows?
clean, which is clean.
Clean, clean.
My first time, first of
Well, you did maybe the time that you reversed into a police
oh,
officer.
hilarious. That
Maybe
was
that's
that was off. That was off the thing because he wasn't even driving a police car. He was just dressed as a police officer.
oh my God.
Oh, bah. And back then I was definitely not on my phone because we didn't really have
No,
phones.
it was a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. Anyway,
Oh,
I guess this is just my PSA. Like, not everyone knows this. If I were to hear someone else, I'd be like, oh shit. Like, but still, you don't take it as seriously. You think it's not gonna happen to you.
that's the thing.
So that's why I'm like, pretend. Just like really try to get into that mindset that it is you because it sucks to lose 5 points. Like when it is you, you're like, well, this is serious.
This is serious.
This is actually really bad.
Clearly, Josée is still working through all of this,
Yes.
guys. She will be continuing to work through it in that very busy brain of hers for
For
a
3 years.
while. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Well, listen, this is a great segue because basically the police officers pulling you over is a form of accountability
Yes.
in
Yeah.
our, right? In our society. Now,
Yes.
is it accountability or is it a punishment? Like,
Oh,
are they the
okay.
same thing?
Right. I feel like it's a touchy subject. I'm not sure. But I feel like at the end of the day, I took a responsibility right away. Like people were like, you should have lied. You should have been like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, but I was. And like, I couldn't like, he's like, you were holding your phone. It was so clear I was. Like, I'm like, yes, I was holding my phone, like for sure. And I was even like, no, I want the fine, but like I wasn't gonna fight for it. Like I was
Yeah.
like give me a fine.
Yeah.
I know that I'm on my phone too much. I
Yeah.
know that. So it's like it was like a slap in the face. And then the points was like, oh my God, no, no, no.
What's the
So
points for you?
it's the points for me. But you know what? I'm like, if it was just a bit money, I don't know if I would have been like how shocked I am.
Okay, so again, that like it shows you that different people are affected differently by
Hmm.
different like results to their actions. Like someone else might be like, I cannot believe that was $340. I'm contesting that. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
thought of
Whereas
contesting the 5 points. I was like, 3, 2,
contesting the five
let's
points.
go to court. This is
I
ridiculous. Oh my God.
Okay, so we're gonna move past whether we feel like you deserve to lose 5 points or not. The public service announcement, everyone is don't have your phone in your hands. When José told the story at our girls' weekend, one of our friends suggested that she put something in her car that's the exact same size as her phone, that if it ever happened again, she could just be like, I'm holding my sandwich.
I'm holding this thing. And listen, it's not to like, listen, we have rules to follow. I understand. And it is very dangerous to be on your phone. Like I'm not like undermining the severity of me being on my phone while I'm driving. Like but I feel like the severity of me losing my license is like not bad. Like I don't feel like I'm that much of a bad person. Know what I mean? For holding it literally like a sandwich, you know? So,
But
okay.
that's why you only lost five and not 10, and now
Yes.
you learned your lesson, right? And you're
Yep.
not going to lose your license.
I'm not gonna lose my
You are
license.
not going to lose your
Okay.
license.
So yeah, it is. Yeah. Some other people would be like, oh my God, like the $340 is, the end of the world or whatever. For me, it's
Big
the,
time. So, okay, what's happening in our lives right now, guys, is we're talking a lot about accountability
yeah.
because our 8-week summer accountability program is
Starts next
starting.
week.
We're starting on the 30th. That's like get ready day,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So this week, you're going to see on social media, we're really talking a lot about our program because it starts next Monday.
Yeah.
So you want to be like, if you're like, I wish that I could, no, I wish. I think I would want some accountability this summer just so that I can be more connected to my summer and how I'm living it so that I don't arrive in September disappointed or looking back and kind of regretting giving up or regretting not staying connected.
It's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity, it's a tool to stay connected to your focus.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about accountability. We're also talking about weight management, not weight loss, but weight management. But that can include maintaining, like weight management can be maintaining or it can be losing. Like that's your like weight management like process. So we're going to be talking about both within the program. But what I find so interesting is the definition that people have for accountability. It's different. Like people see the word accountability differently.
Okay.
And I asked on social what you guys think. So, want me to read some to you?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, one person said, you're obviously going to love this one.
Yeah.
It's like a meeting with myself that I
Mm.
don't cancel.
Oh, wow. Wow, this person. It's very deep. I love that. Yeah.
And someone says, someone to report and share with, looking over your shoulder to cheer for you.
Okay.
So, what do you think of that one?
Very interesting. That's
Someone
how different those two things are.
literally, it's one person is saying accountability is a meeting with yourself, and the other person is saying it's someone to report to and for someone else to be looking over your shoulder. And what do you think about that whole like concept of report using reporting to someone as a tool for progress, success, goals.
Well, I see where this person is coming from. That's for sure. Like, that is a massive part of how we were kind of told in order to show up, like, I'll be the one looking over your shoulder. Like, some people have taken the role of doing that for someone else. Like, even us, like, it could have been like, okay, I'll be, you need to report to someone else. You need to tell someone else. And I am not gonna uh yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush saying like I don't know what you mean. Like, we've all kind of been in that space where we say, of course we behave differently when someone is looking over our shoulders and checking in on our every move. C'est sûr, ça va avoir un impact. Like, it's going to have an impact on how you behave. But the thing is, it's not the sustainable approach that we'd love to help you with, because you're not doing it for you. You're doing it because you feel pressure in doing it. And typically that is not authentic. It's not sustainable. It's not, you won't be able to be consistent with it. Because that person's not always going to have that role in your life. And the whole point is to become that role, to have that role in your own life, like the girl that's setting up meetings with herself and not canceling. So that is someone that has like taken on that goal, that role in her life of like, oh, I'm going to be the one watching over my shoulder. Like, I have my own back. And some people don't know how to start that, like how to do that. What do you think? What do you think is the first, like, how do you become your own accountability buddy? And also, what is the value of having another person to talk to and to reach out to? And yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking too as you're talking. I'm like, it's not that I don't think you should have another human. Like, that is a tool. Like, having someone to be on this journey, maybe even more like with, you know, is an incredible tool. Like, or even just like a community of people. I'm not devaluing that,
No,
but
because it's a resource. It's like me staying next to my mom. It's a
yes,
resource, but like,
yes.
most people don't. And so they need, it's not because I stay beside my mom that this is my, like, you know what I mean? So
That's the reframe. That's the reframe. It's
yeah,
the ownership piece, though. It's
yeah.
like I have someone else looking over me, right? I think that's a whole other conversation of like I have someone else to like connect with, talk about ideas with, to inspire each other, build each other up, support each other. All of that is incredible, but it's the whole like ownership piece and the depending piece. And it is very dangerous if you guys start to accomplish things or work towards things just because someone else is looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yes. So I love that you brought on, like, you're so right. First of all, I also think it's very much proven and true that if you have a community, you have support, ben oui, you have more chances of staying connected to your thing. And we think you should definitely have that, create that, be a part of that. I love the fact, but you still need to own all of the things that you're doing, like good or bad, right and wrong, like you own it. It is what it is. So that's the part where, yes. So ownership and, oh, what was the other word you said?
Um,
Ownership and, I mean, we could just like go back.
but I feel
The two,
like
and
you said, how do you start? How do
right.
you start? You need to be honest with yourself and
Mhm.
you need to leave time to have conversations with yourself without judgment.
Yeah.
So like I think like in order to be self-accountable, it starts with being honest
Yeah.
with yourself and your choices and having conversation with yourself about your choices, but not judging, not talking shit, just like curiosity, interest. That's really the first step.
Um, when we always, okay, so I've seen people where, we used to very much kind of copy what Weight Watchers was doing at locations where you get in line, you get on a scale, and that's all we knew. And we saw the value of, you're here, you kind of have that like accountability to show up for yourself. But then it became this kind of crutch
Yep.
where, it's like, if I don't have that, I wouldn't behave the same way. that is the part where I'm like, that's interesting. So I've seen these people sometimes like, do you still weigh? And I'm like, absolutely not. Like we have not weighed in 2 years because we then realized the damage that that caused, where you wouldn't want to do the life that you're creating if I wasn't over your shoulder, and I don't want to be over your shoulder. Like you need to do shit for you. You need to figure this out. And so I've heard so many people say, oh, I know that I won't be successful if I don't, get weighed in front of someone else, or if someone's not following my journey. And I'm like, well, that's very interesting. Like I just find that very interesting. I think you should look into that. I think you should reflect on that you will not do things that are good for you because you think that, weight loss is good for you, walking is good for you, like all of the things that you say, if I were to watch you, you would do it. But if I'm not there, you're not gonna. Like, please know that your true self is the one that is alone, the one you go to bed with, the one that no one else sees is who you are, and is what you value. So I think that like we need to reconnect to that and take ownership for the shit we're not doing. And I think the worst part is when we're like, I'm not doing this. And you don't even continue with like, because I don't want to, or because it's not important, or whatever. You go like, because you're not watching me. I'm like, do you hear yourself? Like, no, we can't, So I think if you are in that space, which is a lot of people, and I know why. I know why. Like, I've definitely been like, it helps when someone else is there to look at my weight. It helps,
Well, and we've only ever learned to create weight loss in such a
in that
shitty
way.
way
Yes.
that the
Yeah.
only way we're going to do the things is if someone's watching because it sucks so much. So it's really we have to blow up the whole concept.
The whole concept of it. I agree, Alicia. And like, us doing that was like because we were also a part of that world for so long. That's all we ever knew was
Yeah.
that in order to lose weight and be successful at it, someone needs to be over your shoulder because you can't be trusted. You don't know what you're doing. I need to watch you because you, whatever. So like they stripped our confidence away because we're like just felt like we weren't, it wasn't accessible to us without that piece. And so like that is the first belief, you guys. If you still have that belief about weight loss, that you need someone to just like hold your hand the whole time, I think you're never going to be able to lose weight your way, or to actually you won't be able to sustain any weight loss like at all. It needs to be need to be holding your own hand. You need to be wanting this 100% for you. And that's, see, for us, we had been doing this for 13 years. It took about like, it didn't take long for us to realize like how people were behaving differently because of the weekly weigh-in. Like it's like, taking off your clothes and not going out on the Friday because of the Saturday. And we never believed in cheat meals, but it just, that's what happened when you have a weigh-in day. Like so we had to like strip it all off. Like, no, on fait plus ça. And if you're not ready to take full control and to do shit for you, you have to, you'll come back when you're ready. Like we lost a lot of people when we did that because their belief system was very limited to this type of accountability. And we were like, that doesn't go with your weight loss anymore.
And I want to kind of reframe something for you guys as you're listening. So, old school traditional diet, you do something and then you get on the scale, and the result from the scale reinforces your behavior. And it's like what you need to continue. And I
Mm,
want you to be open to a different concept. So, when you start to build and implement habit and lifestyle changes in your own life that are authentic to you, the actual behavior itself is your
is
reinforcement.
reinforcing. Yes.
Like you start showing up in a way that you makes you feel so aligned, and there's no conflict in your brain when you show up that way. You just feel so great that I don't want to say it doesn't matter when the scale, if the scale doesn't go down, but it doesn't matter. Like you're not, I'll never forget someone said this to you at a location once. If I don't lose 2 pounds, I'm gonna burn the building down. Or maybe they said it to me, I can't remember. And it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Clearly you're doing things so extreme that you need the scale to go down so drastically in order to reinforce your behavior.
Yeah.
But what if we did it completely different?
Yeah. I think that we've just like, yes, yes to everything Alicia said. And I think that it's just such a foreign concept for them to be able to actually love what they're doing. And so, and in my mind, some of them are like, if I just do it my way, I'm just going to stay the same, then stay the same. Like, if this is the life that you want, if you've created like, and then they're like, no, then I'm like, then show up. Like, this is where we're at. there's two, it's either we continue because we like what we're doing or we don't like what we're doing and we go here. Like, and then you decide what it looks like here. And I think that the whole like convincing ourselves to exercise, convincing ourselves to say no, say yes, do this, do that is like so exhausting. And I just don't think that naturally it should be that exhausting. You know what I mean? Because you're just building a relationship with yourself. Should be like it should feel aligned, like she said. It shouldn't be exhausting. Okay, so
I
we are
I
almost.
hopefully it should be fun. Like hopefully you should enjoy it.
Yes, yes. Or at least not just enjoy always the fruits of your labor, but
The
enjoy the labor.
process.
Enjoy the work a little bit. Like enjoy that. Like that it doesn't be
Yes.
hard. Yeah. Okay, this was good. Guys, we're going to put the link to joining our 8 week of accountability, and we'll talk a little bit more next week as well because we do start next week. Have a good week, you guys. Get off your phone. Goodbye.